So you just got a new board, or maybe you just want to figure out how to get the cuts on your grip tape a little bit cleaner. I'm going to show you how to set up a fresh board, show you how I get my grip tape cut out as clean as possible. So we've got all our components of our board not put together yet. Things you need is a tool of some kind, whether it be a T-tool like this or a screwdriver and socket set. The other thing you'll need is something to file the edge with. You can use the top of this. I'm just not going to. I don't really prefer to. I like to have something like this. You could use a screwdriver, just some random, it's not even anything, it's just some random bolt I had laying around from a swing set or something. This is really important, is a fresh razor blade, whether it's in a knife style or not, but the fresher the better. Is go ahead and get this thing cut out of the plastic. If you're gonna do anything fancy with your grip tape, now's the time to do it. But I'm just gonna do a simple, straight, solid black grip. All right, there we go, got that started. This grip is also perforated. Basically, there's tiny holes punched all throughout this, so I don't have to worry really about air bubbles so much. You get a couple air bubbles, it's not a big deal. I'll line it up each edge, make sure I'm covering all sides around. I'll typically do a little stick on each side, come to the middle. I'll start from the middle and work my way out. Coming from the center, kind of just push it down, get it stuck a little bit. Do the same thing the other side. Kind of stuff. All right, that's not completely stuck yet. We do need this backing sheet. The side it was stuck to down, back side smooth. We're just gonna push the grip tape into the board. Feel it, you kind of feel it as you're doing it. There's bubbles and stuff where it needs to be stuck more. But you can see with this kind of grip, there are no air bubbles. But if there happened to be air bubbles at this time, you could take like the point of your razor blade and just kind of tap them and push the air out. Keep tapping it and push the air out. You'll work them all out. Now we're gonna take our file and we're just gonna run around the edge of the board. Should end up looking something like this. We've really stuck the edges down a good bit more now. It's gonna thin the grip out a little bit, scored us a line to help guide our razor blade. Something that makes it a lot easier if you come into the pockets, down into the board in all the pockets. So that in all the pockets, it's like this, right? Make sure that the edge isn't lapping over. So I kind of just peel it back up to that score mark. You are gonna actually pull towards yourself. You go from the bottom, so you can hold our blade more like this, up, at an angle, and then angle it in. So like this, up, and then we're gonna angle it in some. So it's gonna slice it and not just try to gouge at it. We're gonna keep these. We're gonna need that in a minute. And so there it is, cut out, pretty clean. Grab these sheets of grip that we kept and just sand down the edges. The sanding down the edges, so just the edges, not the middle, will help prevent the grip tape from peeling up. You can take one of your bolts from your hardware, just kind of push it in through the hole, and you'll just watch it raise up a little. And then poke your hole. And then just do it 7 more times. I would take something like your screwdriver or anything else that kind of has like a point like this and run it into the top of your holes. Press down, give it a good twist. It'll kind of clear away some of that grip that's covering the holes. At this point, you got brand new trucks. There is no front or back. When you get a new setup, you may want to designate which side is the back, which side is the front. I personally recommend not doing that, but actually switching them every time to break them in both ways. And start putting our trucks on. This is also important. So before you get too far ahead, the kingpin, they both face each other, so they're going to go to the inside. All right. Now, tool, I recommend holding the driver's side still and in place and just put pressure and doing the turning from the nut side. This will help prevent stripping your bolts. And you're just gonna tighten it just enough, that way you can make that out. See how these are raised till it's just flush. Okay. Next thing I'm going to show you is putting your bearings into your wheels. You don't need any kind of fancy press like you might see at a shop or somewhere like that. Just line your bearing up, give it a little push. You can get it most of the way in there, just pushing it that way. And take your washer. Might as well go ahead and just put it on there so you don't lose it. You can take here, and I'd set your board on something, but you push down, just give it a push, flip it over, same thing. Make sure it's seated all the way and you're good to go. Other washer on the outside. And then your nut. These nuts don't need to be tightened all the way down, or else when you go to spin your wheel, it's not going to spin. You're just going to and stop. You want to tighten it down, maybe like a thread, 2 threads or so is showing. I like a little bit of a wiggle in there. Once all that's done, you don't have to do this. I'd recommend taking your board, you hold it like this, you run it in between your legs or however, but run it, find some relatively smooth concrete. Doesn't have to be like factory smooth, but you just don't want it to be like really gritty rough. And run it across the concrete, tipping it back and forth like this. All right, and that's all there is to it. clean cut grip, whole new fresh setup. Simple as that. Leave a like on this video, consider subscribing. If you have any suggestions for any future videos, anything that you need help with, trick tips or tutorials, leave in the comments below. I would love to see y'all set up. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, link me to your setup, you can follow me here. Other than that, thanks for watching.